Hello, my name is Danny Nolan and I'm the Director of ChassisSim Technologies, and welcome to this latest ChassisSim video tutorial. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing a tutorial that's a little bit long overdue. And what that tutorial is how you play around with the traction circle radius properties in ChassisSim. Now, I've kind of covered this in bits and blobs over the years, and in particular in the bootcamp. I go into a lot of depth about what you can do with it. So what I'm going to do now is to show you the four major levers that you've got within ChassisSim to modify the traction circle radius. So without hesitation, let's get started. So to do so, you can click over the front or the rear tire, it really doesn't matter. And what we're going to do is we'll click on the front tire. Now, for those of you who are using purely the ChassisSim V3 tire model, a really quick way that you can adjust the traction circle radius, if you click on the tire model quick start and click on apply camber settings, you'll see the init longitudinal multiplier right there. This is your very immediate go-to in terms of adjusting the traction circle radius properties. And indeed, when I'm going through and I'm dialing in my traction circle radius properties, whether I'm adjusting braking, whether I'm adjusting how the car goes on throttle, this is the first thing. So for example, if I want to increase this, I can just click on 1.1 here, click on OK here, click on OK here, and what I've just done is I've just taken the traction circle radius and I've just increased it by 10%. That's what I've done here. And conversely, if I click on the tire and I go to tire model quick start, you'll see I've got 1.1. So I'll click on apply camber here and say I want to drop that off. I can just drop that down to say 0.8. Click on OK here and click on OK here. Now the reason I get you to do that is just to double check that you've done all your appropriate changes. So I'll click on OK with that. And lo and behold, if I go back to the tire model quick start, you'll see it's 0.8 there. So that's the first way that you go through and you adjust the traction circle radius properties of the tire. The second way is that you can edit them directly. So the way you edit them directly, you'll see here, edit camber traction ellipse properties. So what this does is, what this will do is this actually will allow you to individually apply the lateral and longitudinal multipliers for each individual camber. Now, one of the things about the ChassisSim tire model being needing using lookup tables as opposed to, say, a bespoke formula like the magic formula, is I really turn it over to you to see what fits for your car. So if we want to, say, adjust the traction circle radius properties here, what I can do here is I can do this directly in here, and what I can do is, you'll see where I've got the multiplier, I can hit the shift key, highlight all those points, hit the P button, and let's say I want to increase it. So I can go up to, say, 110, click on OK, click on OK here, click on OK here, OK to apply the change, and lo and behold, if I go back into the tire model quick start, you can see what I've done is that the init longitudinal multiplier shows that directly. Now, the reason it shows 0.88 as opposed to 0.8 was I didn't reverse that change. So that's a example of how, that's the second way that you can do that. And if you're modifying that as a function of load, you can then select all the points here, and I'll just go P, and I'll give it another 10%, and I'll click on OK. Click on OK here, click on OK here. If I go to the tire model quick start, there you go. You can see that that's increased to suit. So that's the second way that you can do it. Now, the third way is actually quite clever. So if you go back into edit the camber traction ellipse properties, you'll see here, click here to apply a custom traction circle ellipse property. So what I do here is I give you the option to say, hey, you know what? You can make this traction circle ellipse be anything that you'd want it to be. So in order to do that, what you need to do is that you need to generate a file a text tab delimited file. Now this has to be in decimal points, particularly for those of you in Europe where your number format are commas. This does need to be in decimals. So what you want to do is your lateral force is on the first column, your longitudinal force is on the right hand column. So if you plot those out, so insert chart, and I'm just going to do I'll just do a scatter plot so you can see what it's doing. And if I click on finish, you can see here that I've started at 0. It's gone all the I've started at 0 longitudinal force. I've gone all the way. Up here to. I've gone all the way down here to zero longitudinal force. And you can see that it basically just follows the appropriate way of what you want to do. So now the whole idea is that you can start at 0, 0, and you don't need to finish at 0, 0. ChassisSim will figure that out for you. Okay, so once you've done that, you've got that text file. You can then I'll go to cancel there for the time being. So what you can then do is just simply click here to generate the custom traction circle. Oopsie! You can click here to import the custom traction circle ellipse map. You can go through, load that file, and off you go. Remember, it's a text tab delimited file. Okay, now the fourth way you can play with this. You've got a little button here called to click here to generate the custom traction circle ellipse map. And what I do here is I pretty much piggyback off the magic formula formulation for the combined traction circle ellipse. So if you've got that in your Pacheco model, you can look that up, plug the numbers here, and you can actually generate that. Now the nice thing about this is you can click on custom traction circle ellipse. That will so we'll do that. We'll do that right now. I will just go into my general clients folder. I am just going to call that custom traction circle ellipse, and click on OK, and that will generate it. So what does that look like? Let's open that. Let us open that up in Excel so you can have a look. So if you go down into ChassisSim, you go into clients, and I'm going to go into my root directory. I am going to actually what I might do is I'll go in here and I'll click on here. Oh, right, yeah, because sometimes when it's just a basically limited file, Excel can do some funny old stuff. That's Microsoft Excel for you. So if we go into ChassisSim, go into clients, and I am just going to go to all files. I just go down here. Okay, custom traction circle ellipse. I'll click on next. I'll click on, I already did that. Next, finish. And then if we plot that out and go insert chart, here's our scatter plot. And I'm just going to do a plain scatter plot. And next, and finish. There you go. So that, folks, is in a nutshell how you go about. That in a nutshell is pretty much how you go about modifying the traction circle ellipse properties for your tires in ChassisSim, and it applies front to rear, left to right. The process is exactly the same. Well, that will do it for this tutorial, and we will catch you in the next ChassisSim video tutorial.